I was an undergraduate at Pepperdine University, and there I had a girlfriend named Maureen Hannon from Alaska. She doesn't mind me telling this story because I've told her before, but after we graduated, maybe 2 years after that, she got in a car accident and broke her back. And so she was out in the middle of nowhere. It took forever to get her to the Long Beach emergency room there, and they put her in an oxygen tank and all this stuff. And anyway, I was there for months. Every day it was horrible, and she is to this day still paralyzed. She's still a paraplegic. She, got married, had kids, the whole thing. Led a normal life. Played tennis as a paraplegic tennis and so on. But at the time, I joined the Cure Paralysis Foundation, and I started doing long bike rides to raise money for them. That's how I got into long distance cycling. Anyway, and at the time, it was kind of exciting. Like, yeah, there's some big breakthroughs. And then, decade after decade would go by. This was 1980. And I thought, oh, by the 90s, they'll have this done. I thought, okay, by the 2000s, for sure, they'll have this. And it's been so discouraging, but I'm feeling like now, finally, it's the technology's getting there where somebody who's a paraplegic or even a quadriplegic, I guess, just depends on how bad the break is, where you could just, I don't know what you would do. How would you treat that?
Well, I think one of the critical things that's happened, at least in the BCI industry, is recognizing that science is hard. To be able to regrow neurons, and truly cure paralysis may be a generational project. Like the molecular biology, the cellular biology, even just like the scaffolding to support new axon growth. It's really, really hard, and it could be multiple Nobel Prizes before we get there. We all hope for it. We want to fund it. We want to we want to champion it, but we also know that no one's fundamentally in control of when a new discovery happens. And so the BCI, mindset is that while we're working on all of those things, there's certain things we actually do understand well already. We understand motor representations in the brain well enough to know what someone's trying to do. We can get out those signals and give them to a computer where suddenly engineering in the world of computers and robotics is much, much easier than basic science discovery and biology. And so the idea is, well, we can't allow you to speak again with your vocal cords and your lungs, but we can connect your brain to a computer and it can speak for you. And I think for paralysis related to movement, whether it's paraplegia and initially it'll just be controlling a wheelchair, but later it'll be, we have exoskeletons. Like there are exoskeletons that can allow someone to walk. And it's really just a matter now, I would argue, of how embodied that control is, ranging from least embodied. We could build an exoskeleton to get today that would allow someone to walk at least as well as the best humanoid robots. And you would just talk to it and you would say, okay, take me up those stairs. But it wouldn't be very embodied because you wouldn't have a direct link between your motor cortex to that thing. So it wouldn't feel like you're moving, it would feel like it's moving you. If you have high data rate brain computer interface to it, then you could control it in a naturalistic way where you would try to move your leg and it would do the thing that you were trying to do. And so I'm really bullish about our ability to connect brains to technology systems where the technology systems can iterate really quickly and can be engineered and can move at the speed of technology. And then our only goal at that point is to get the data out as quickly as possible.